A new report says NSA leaker Edward Snowden ended up staying in Russia by accident after Cuba backed out of a plan to give him asylum. A Russian newspaper says Snowden was supposed to fly from Hong Kong to Russia and then to Havana, Cuba, but Cuba buckled under U.S. pressure to not allow Snowden in. The U.S. reportedly threatened vague, undesirable consequences for Cuba if they followed through with granting Snowden asylum. The Russian paper cites anonymous sources saying Snowden sought help at Russia's Hong Kong embassy days before his flight, and that he even stayed there while celebrating his 30th birthday. The unidentified sources say Snowden showed up at the consulate under his own initiative, but others say he might have been invited. At the time, Snowden reportedly showed the Russian embassy officials his plane ticket to Havana, Cuba via Moscow, a flight which he never actually boarded. Snowden was reportedly never offered asylum in Russia before the trip, but Russia eventually awarded Snowden a temporary one-year stay. USA Today reports if this is true, it suggests greater Russian involvement in Snowden's efforts to skirt U.S. courts. And of course, it could strain already tense U.S.-Russian relations. Earlier this month, President Obama canceled his meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin shortly after Russia granted Snowden asylum.
Traditionally, we have tried to respect if there's a lawbreaker or an alleged lawbreaker in their country. They didn't do that with us. There have been times where they slipped back into Cold War thinking.
Add to that tension Russia's support for the government in Syria, despite claims President Bashar al-Assad may have used chemical attacks against civilians last week. The U.S. confirmed a chemical attack occurred, but is looking for who's responsible. The White House has said it's reviewing military options, but Russia warned foreign military intervention in Syria without a UN mandate would be a very grave violation of international law. It's still unclear when Obama and Putin will meet next. Snowden is wanted by the U.S. government on charges of treason. For Newsy, I'm Matt Moreno.